Alright, this is a quick little, maybe 5-minute video for a friend of mine who showed some polite, not genuine, but polite interest in AI War, and I just wanted to show off about 5 minutes of gameplay. So the basic premise is that you are humanity's last stand. This is your home station right here, where my mouse is circling. Your job is to build up defenses against the potential invasion of gigantic swarms of robot-controlled armies, while slowly and strategically taking control of world after world until you strike at the heart of the AI, which is here and over here. Maps are generated random every single time, and you have to find them first. I've been playing this particular game for 4 hours, 29 minutes. Not straight, but pretty continually. So, 5 minutes of play. Shall we do it? I guess so. Okay. So currently in this game, what I just did is I took over the planet of Ulysses over here, and I have to build the defenses of Ulysses, and this is the home station at Ulysses. I took this planet because it was good in resources, and it had something called a turret controller. This enables me to build more sophisticated defenses, to not put it too plainly. First I'm going to build some stuff. A lot of this game is defensive in nature. You're preparing against incoming waves of enemies. Right now, you can see the ring created by the turrets that I'm placing. This is their damage radius. What I'm placing right now are tractor turrets. What these will do is any enemies that come across them will be stuck, and while they're stuck, they'll be shot at by the turrets I'm placing. So this is sort of the preparatory phase of gameplay. These are lightning turrets. Lightning? Is that what they are? Yes. Sniper turrets, that's what it is. They have an effective range of the entire planetary area, and they'll hit anything, and it's good to have them around. They are kind of expensive, so you can't build too many of them. I just built 20. It looks like I just built 4, but I'm building them in clusters of 5. Pretty boring stuff so far, I would imagine. These are the fleet ships. This is where the interesting part comes in. These are about 200 fleet ships. They form about, at this point, maybe about a fifth of my overall fleet. I keep them around for defense, but they're mostly used for offense. Offense is mostly taking out planets or taking out the stuff that's at planets. The question is, where do I want to go next? Let's see what Ilat has going for it. I might want to take them out eventually. Actually, just for the purposes of demonstration, maybe I'll take out their ability to reinforce themselves, or their ability to attack me, without getting too far into what the hell that means. So to start with, I'm going to get a bunch of scouts. These are the scouts that I'm talking about. You need scouts on planets in order to be able to tell what's going on there. And so I'm sending them there so that they can get a bird's eye view of what's going on. Right now it's kind of dim. That's because I have no units here and no scouts. So we'll wait a few seconds for them to arrive. While that is happening, I'll send the rest of my scouts. That's these guys right here. I'm going to send them to some areas that I haven't investigated yet. That's all this white stuff near the top of the screen. All the other red planets I've been to before, so I'm going to send them first to Sinus, to Nornus, and then Nulis, and then, if any survive, to Clysus. They'll be scouting out potential dangers in the future. But until then, we now have a scout or 2 here. Send these guys on their way. I guess we'll send them to Lyrum. This is the scout that I'm going to leave here, and he will basically be my eyes and ears on this planet while I prepare to do some damage here. Now again here, I'm not going to take this planet just yet, or maybe not at all, but I definitely want to remove its ability to defend itself, or at least to attack me. That is done by this thing called a warp gate, which is this right here. This is their command station. This is their warp gate. I'm going to take these ships. Actually, I'm going to take half of them. I'm going to tell them to group over here. Assign them to group 1. That's them. And the planet is Ilat. I'm going to have them form on this. I still haven't finished building my defenses yet here, but I don't think it's in any great immediate danger. So we're going to ignore that for now. So they're forming on the wormhole to Ilat. This will be very easy. This is a very short, quick mission. And again, this is a very strategic game, so you're going to be deciding some long-term goals. Looks like Sinus, or Sinus, has been revealed to have... Does it have anything interesting here? I'm just looking at the intel at the bottom left of the screen. There's not much here to recommend actually capturing Sinus, but it's a level 4 planet. You can tell by the IV, and that means it's bad news. I'll deal with that later. For now, let's send our little strike squad into Ilat. And immediately they encounter some resistance. Not that much, though. Not that much resistance. Let's just go get that... this thing right here. That's what I want. I can't damage it. Why not? Is it protected? Let's try again. There we go. So now all my ships are traveling in a group to do some bad stuff to the warp gate here. Now the warp gate enables the enemy to directly bring ships to one of my planets, and that's why I'm trying to destroy it. It makes my life a little bit easier in the short run. What happened while I was doing that is that there's now a wave of planets coming to Phoses, which is right here. They will show up there in 2 minutes, 12 seconds. I'm not that worried because Phoses is pretty well defended. These are minefields, these big, blocky, ugly things here. And it looks like my ships were able to accomplish their mission. I'm going to send them back home. And what we'll do before we go is see what a defensive battle looks like on Phoses. And in the meantime, Ulysses will probably have some stuff to deal with as these ships all go home. They're all moving at a slower rate, unfortunately. Probably due to this thing right here. This is a gravity drill, and it slows down movement of all ships on the planet. I'm not that worried about it. Ships can be rebuilt at places like this factory here. And I have several factories here that, as ships die, they are just essentially reborn here. And I redistribute them. About 1 minute to that defensive battle here, which again I really have no doubt that I'll be able to weather. It's just a border skirmish at this point, but it definitely gets worse. This is a tough game to beat. Phoses itself, Ulysses itself, not Ulysses, Ilat itself is going to be something difficult to deal with just because of the sheer number of enemies that are built up here. Just within the selection rectangle there are over 100 ships here, and they're Mark III. Almost all of them are Mark III, which makes them a little bit tougher to beat. A Mark III can take out numerous Mark IIs and 1s. And also this thing right here houses a bunch of ships that I don't even know what the heck they are yet. They could be really bad or really moderate. In the meantime, it itself is also harboring or nearby a bunch of level 3s, Mark IIIs. Looks like that invasion has begun here. They aren't doing much. They're being held by my tractor turrets, which are the blue lines. They're being shot at by my turrets, which are all lined up here around the outside, and the items in pink are all my ships, and they're going directly after them. This will not take long. In fact, you watch their numbers dwindle pretty quickly. That's just because I have a good defense setup. And because the AI is not that upset with me yet. So this really is about 5 minutes of play with AI War. This is just sort of maintaining things while not moving too much forward, but moving forward a little bit, damaging some targets, and moving toward the capture of these big, fat, terrifying level 5 planets here, with their very heavy defenses and offensive abilities. And that's sort of 5 minutes of AI War. Not the greatest introduction, but it's a bit of a big game. So thanks for watching. Kaboom!